Welcome back. We're going to move on in this course, and you're going to be learning page background now, and you're going to learn how to add watermark to your document. You're also going to learn how to add page color to your document. You're also going to learn how to add borders and shading to your document. Okay, so these are things that you're going to be learning in this video. And for you to start, you're going to go to Design tab. Then you're going to come to the page background section. Come to page background group. That's where you're going to see those three commands. So let's look at watermark. What does it mean? It helps you to add ghost text such as confidential or urgent behind the content on the page. The faint watermark is a great way to show that the document requires special treatment without distracting from the content. So it's very simple. Watermark is just like a signature that you put behind the page that doesn't distract people from reading the content on the page, just like what we saw the other time. Let me show you examples. Look at this, for example, confidential. If you want it to look like this on this document, you can apply it to it, and you're going to see it come out faintly behind the text in such a way that it doesn't distract the readers from reading the content on the page. So let me give you that for example. So I've selected it. So let's look at it. You can scroll down. Can you see confidential? Okay, so that's what they call watermark. I hope you understand. So if you don't want it again, you can click watermark again, then come to remove watermark, and it's going to be removed. Can you see that? If you want another one, maybe you want do not copy, you can select it. Now if you look at this one, it's diagonal. This one is horizontal. This is diagonal, this is horizontal. So you have a choice to make. Somebody can say, oh, I want mine to be horizontal. So look at it. This is the way it's going to appear. So, and you need to understand that. Okay, so if you go to your print and see how this will look, can you see? This is the way it's going to appear when you print it. So watermark is part of the content that will come out when you print it. So it's not just there for decoration. So when you print it, it's going to be like this. It's going to appear like it is here. So let's go back. So let's go back to our watermark. Don't forget that your watermark command is on the design tab. So when you click the design tab, you come to the page background group. Okay, that's where you're going to find. So look at your watermark. So if you want to not copy, check it. Look at the way it is now. And see that? So if you go to your file, then you go to print, you're going to see how it's going to appear. That's the way it's going to appear. And if you want the horizontal type, you can change it as well and see the way it's going to look. If you don't want it again, you come to remove watermark. Can you see that? So somebody is now going to say, what if I want something custom that is not confidential, that is not do not copy? Maybe I want the name of my company or the name of my school or my personal name to appear under the content of the document. How do I achieve that? So you go to watermark and you go to custom watermark. But before I come here, let me show you one other thing. You can get more of this under more watermarks from office.com, but you have to be online for you to be able to access this. So if you are not online, you cannot access this. So if you are connected online, you can try it. You see that towards your left here, where this thing is showing, or towards your right, whichever way, you're going to see more options coming out for you. Things like this would show. Do you understand? So you must understand that. So that's the way it works. Okay, so that is that. So I'm going to go to Watermark now, custom watermark. So click it. When you come there, the first option is no watermark. Can you see that? The next option is picture watermark, and the third option is text watermark. Currently there's no watermark on it. That's why you have no watermark. And if you look at the title bar, look at the title, printed watermark. It means when you print, this watermark will appear on your paper. So you must understand that, just like what I explained earlier. So we're not coming to picture watermark yet. I want us to do that of the text watermark, which is the custom watermark that we're looking for. So select it. Now, what type of English do you want to use? Definitely, I want English United States. If you want English United Kingdom, you can choose it, or any other language you want. All right. You see other languages, Africans, Arabic, and things like that. They are there for you so that if you want to type the letterings, you'll be able to provide them in this column where you have text. Because if you don't choose that, if you choose English United States, there's no way you'll be able to type an Arabic lettering here. It won't be possible for you to do that. Do you understand? What you'll be able to type only will be English words. So, but if what you want to type is Arabic, then you've got to select Arabic. So if you select Arabic now, as you can see, look at the symbol here showing for you. So you can type Arabic words now. Do you understand? But mind you, this is English word because I'm using English keyboard. So if you want to use the Arabic options, you can go there and select. But what I want is English United States. So under text, you have drop down button. You can use any of this. If this looks like what you want to put there, look at the options. You have ASAP. So when you put ASAP as soon as possible, it means when whosoever gets the document knows that you want that document to be attended to as soon as possible. Confidential means it's not to be shared with people anyhow. Do you understand? Copy, telling you that it's a copy of a document. Do not copy means you should not copy. Then draft, telling you that this is just a draft. Some people use it when they are just working on a document. They put draft there as the watermark so that the person will know that this is not a final copy yet. So look at original. If you want to make it original, you want it personal, you want sample, you have a lot of them. You have top secret, you have urgent. So you can use any of them. But what brought us here is because we want something different from all these things. We want a custom watermark. So let's say I want the name of a company to appear there. So okay, let's use the name of a club, a football club. Let's use Arsenal. I want capital. Arsenal FC or Arsenal Football Club. Okay, so this text is what I want to see as the watermark. So I've selected it. So you have the liberty to also choose your font. That is how you want it to look, which some people call lettering. So you can select that, how you want it to look. So if you have a font in mind, you can select it. Okay, Let's look at, we should look for tempos. Okay, let's use TW sent empty. Can you see? So let's use this. So now after selecting the font, we have size auto. That is, you are giving the application the liberty to put a particular size there for you. But you also have options to choose your size. You understand? Look at it, ranging from 3640 to 144. So you have the liberty to choose whatever you want. Do you understand? You also have the liberty to type what you want there. So if you want 30, you can type it. Now the next is, what color do you want? It's your responsibility to choose the color. It doesn't mean everything has to be gray or has to be blue. So you have that liberty to choose your color. So let's say I want red. Now, do I want it to be semi-transparent or I want it thick? Don't forget that the watermark must not distract the readers from reading the content of your document. So if you don't make it semi-transparent, it's going to appear so bold that it could become a distraction for the readers. So how do you do that? You use semi-transparent. Okay, now how do you want the layout to be? Diagonal or horizontal? Just like I showed you earlier. If you want it to be diagonal, then you choose it. If you want it to be horizontal, you choose it. Now when you're done with this, the next thing you're going to do is to click apply. Okay, and if you look at it, if you move I've told you how to move any dialog box you have. All you need to do is to look at the title bar here, click on it, hold it down and drag it to wherever you want it to be. I'm doing this so that we'll be able to see the output. Look at it now, it's already here. Now I want us to select auto, that is the size, and let's apply. Can you see that it's bigger now? So most times people select auto because it will just, insert that thing very nicely. Do you understand? But if you don't want to, it's your choice. You can edit it. You can make it 54 and see how it's going to look. This is 54 now. You can increase it further to 72. Apply it and look at it. Can you see now? It's going overboard already. Let's keep increasing it. 96. Apply it. Can you see that it's already out? So if you want it like this, no problem. So it's your choice. So I also want us to, let's return it to auto because I prefer the auto choice. Now let's also look at removing the semi-transparent. You see that this is not affecting what the reader is reading. Okay? But if you remove the transparency and you apply it, you'll see that it will become more bolder. Do you understand? So you see that this thing can become a distraction, that someone reading, you can always may not be able to read it clearly because this is coming, too sharp, and it's almost overshadowing the text. So that's why it's better for you to use semi-transparent. And not just using semi-transparent, it's better for you to use some colors that are not that, bold. Red is very thick. So if you want to choose a color, you could choose something lighter, something like this that will just apply, it will just be light. Do you understand? So this is what you need to understand as you do that. Okay, so you must understand all these things for you to be able to I see that. So you can do it, over and over and all that for you to get what you want. So that's diagonal. Let's look at horizontal and let's apply. Look at it now. Look at the way it is. So depending on what you want. So you can also change. Let's go back to diagonal. Let's see the font. Maybe I don't want this font. I need something different from that. Can we see tempos? Trebuchet. Okay, let's use Trebuchet. Let me apply it. Look at it now. This is what we're going to have. Do you understand? So that's how it works. So I'm going to move on to the next one. I'm not closing it because I want to demonstrate the picture watermark for you also. So you now know how to customize your watermark. Okay, so that's that. So let's go to picture watermark now. You have to select picture watermark. Okay, then you have select picture. This is where you're going to select the kind of picture you want. So you're going to click it. Now, if you're connected to the internet, it's going to link you up with online pictures here. But because this system is not connected to the internet, we don't have those pictures coming out. On your own, if you are connected to the internet, you're going to see those pictures that you can select from. But I want to work offline. So work offline. So can you see now? So I'm going to use this picture as an example. Can you see this? So you have to select the picture, then click insert. Can you see that? Select the picture, then click insert. Okay, now the picture is here already. Look at it. Look at the extension here showing me the source of that picture. So the next thing we're going to do is to look at the scale. How do we want it to appear? What scale? Now, like I said the other time, you could use auto, you could use percentage. What percentage of your document do you want this picture to occupy? So if you use auto, you're going to see how it's going to appear. So look at washout. Washout is just like semi-transparency that we saw here the other time. If you don't select washout, that picture is going to appear the way it is. So it's going to be bold. But if you say washout, it's going to, make it to be very light, such that it doesn't distract your readers. So this is what you need to understand. So let's apply it for you to see what I'm talking about. Look at the picture now. Can you see that it's not affecting the text? So you can read clearly. But let's remove washout and let's apply. You see what I'm talking about. Can you see that it's coming out now too thick, that it can distract readers while reading the what's it called now, the content. So you need to understand that clearly. Okay, so it's not advisable for you not to use washout, because if you print this document, this is the way it's going to appear, just like I told you. But if you use washout, look at it, it's going to appear faintly, and this is the way it's supposed to appear. But as regards the size, let's move around. Let's check 200%. Can you see that it's now very big? I see that. If you want 50%, let's check it. Look at it here. So it depends on you. It depends on what you want to achieve. So you have your choice to make. So this is making pictures your watermark. Do you understand now? So you have these three options. No watermark, that is, you don't want to see any watermark. Oh, I want picture to be my watermark, or I want text to be my watermark. So now you can easily, add watermark to your document. So I'm going to select no watermark because I don't want watermark now. I can come back to that if I want it. So I'm going to apply, then I'm going to close. You see that there's no watermark there again. So I've taught you how to do that. The next I want to show you is how to add page color. Now, if you move around this one by one, just hover around it, don't click, you will notice that the color of the page is changing. Okay, can you see that? The color is changing. Now let me leave this okay, let me look for a color that is okay. I think I like this. What's the name of this color? Green accent 6, lighter 80%. Okay, I know what I've selected. Now you've added page color to this document. Look at it. Page 2 also will have it. Can you see that? Now, one thing you must understand, let's go to File, and let's go to print. You'll see something now. So you'll now be wondering that, wow, the page color is not appearing in the print preview. So it means page color does not come out when you print your document. It's only to give color to your page while working. Some people want their page to be colorful and all that while working. They don't just like the white color that appears as the page color, something like this. They don't like this. They want something colorful. So you can change it to whatever you want. Do you understand that? But mind you, don't forget that if you're using page color and you're printing on a white paper, it can be deceptive sometimes. For example, look at this highlight. It is yellow. If I come to select page color to be this, I may not know that there is a form of highlight on this text that you're looking at here. Okay, so it becomes deceptive. So when you now go to file and you check your print, that is when you will know that there's something there. So it's always good if you're working for printing purpose to leave your page color as white. Do you understand? It's going to make it easy for you to know exactly what you're dealing with. So that's that about that. So the next thing I want to talk about, I'll leave it as yellow because it's just for decoration. Well, I can switch back to this. I think this color will be fine. So let's go to the last one, which is borders and shading. So this will add border around the page for you. So let's go to page border, still under page background group. So click it. Now you see page border here. Can you see that? So you have styles here that you can use. So if you're selecting this style, for example, the next thing you're going to do is to select the color. How do you want it to appear? Automatic means black. So if you want another color, let's say you want purple, you can choose the color. Do you understand that? Then the next thing you're going to do is to choose the width. How thick do you want it to be? So let's say I want it to be like this, 6 point. You can choose something lighter. Do you understand? But I just want to demonstrate it for you. I'm not going to use this art now. I'm coming back to use it, but I want you to see the effect of this on the document. So what do you want to apply this to the whole document or to a particular section on the document? You have that choice to make. Do you understand? You have that choice to make, but I want you to apply to the whole document. Do you understand? You can apply to this section all except first page. This section, first page only. Do you understand? So you have that choice to make. So I'm applying it to all document. Do you understand? So the next thing I'm going to do is to click OK. Oh, sorry. Let's go back. Okay. So if you look at it very well, after choosing this, let me choose my color back. I'm using this. Now you've got to come here. I forgot to do that. To this particular section. You see, click on diagram below or use buttons to apply borders. So for all those borders to come out, you've got to click to see them come out. So how you want the borders to appear, this is where you decide it. If you want only this, the top border and the bottom border only to come out, those are the things that will come out. So if you say OK, they are the ones you're going to see. So if you scroll down, you will notice that only those two borders are out. So let's go back to page border. Now, if you want the left and the right to come out, you can also do that. If you want the left and the other ones to come out, but you don't want this to come out, then you can say OK. Then you're going to see it come out. Can you see it? All right. People that like design, I know they are enjoying it. I say, oh, this is looking colorful. and stuff like that. So that's what you can achieve with your page border. So let's go back. Let's add the fourth one, which is the right border now. Can you see that? And let's say OK. Can you now see what you have? So let's now go to File and let's check whether it will come out or not. Can you see that? So this is how your document is going to come out when you print it. Do you understand? So let's go back. So still on page border, click it. Then I want to show you arts. So if you want your border to be artistic, this is the choice you're going to make. Look at them. We have a variety of them. Okay, so you can choose from this list whichever one you want. So let's say, for example, I want this particular one to be my border. Look at the way it's going to show. The same thing you did the other time. If you don't want any of these borders to show, you can remove it. If you don't want the bottom to show and the top, you can do it like this. Then say OK. Then look at the output. Can you see the output? This is the way it's going to show. Can you see that? So let's go back to page borders again. Let's make them come out. Let's allow them to come out and look at the output now. So you can, change your art to anything you want. Do you understand? Let's say this is what I want. I can choose this. But when I choose this particular one, you see that this becomes what's it called now? Disabled. Because you cannot change the color of this particular art. Do you understand that? So once you choose it, that's what you're going to have. But you also have the liberty to reduce the width. If this is too big for you, be checking as you're reducing it, you'll notice that this is reducing. So if you want 25 point, you can select it and let's see the output. Can you see that? Beautiful, right? So let's go to File and let's see Print Preview. This is how it's going to come out. Do you understand that? So you can, just play around all the arts and check them out. If this is too big again, you can reduce the point to 20 and see how it's going to come out. You see that it's reducing. So it's your choice how you want it to look. Do you understand? So we can choose another art. Look at this. You still can change the color of this also. So let's see. This is 28 point by default. But you can reduce it, you can increase it. Let's see how it looks. This is how it's going to look. So you have that choice to make. Let's see how it's going to come out on paper. Look at it. So you have that liberty to make your choice. I hope you get what I'm saying. So let's go back. Let's choose one of those there. So choosing this now gives me the opportunity to choose my color as well. So I want blue color. Let's see how it comes out. Can you see? This is another. So you have that liberty. You can increase the width as well if you want it bigger. See the way it is. So it's your choice. So just play around it and you're going to get to what's it called now? See different results come out from there. Look at this. So let's move on. The next one I want to show you, I'll cancel this, is how to add border to your paragraph. Do you understand that? How to add border to your paragraph. So you're going to first select that paragraph that you want to apply border to. Then you go to page borders. Then you come to border. This one is page border, but this is border. Now, I've selected the paragraph I want this particular border to affect. Currently, it is none. But I can decide what I want, just like what I did the other time. Okay? Let's say I want this particular one. I can choose the color I want. If I want blue now, I can choose blue. Then the width 6 point. So let me now choose. You see that everything is selected and this is the way it's going to appear. If I want to reduce this, I can reduce it to maybe 1 point. And let's see how it's going to look. Okay? So let's see first. Can you see that? So look at it. Can you see the border has been applied? So I'm still going to select it. I'm going back to that border. Okay. Sorry, let's undo it first. Undo. You know your undo now. So let's go back. We're going back to border. Now this is what I've selected. Let's choose any other color we want. Now apply to what? Is it to text or to the paragraph? You have that choice. If you want it to be applied to text, what we saw the other time is, the border being applied only to the text. Do you understand? Not to the paragraph. It will affect the entire paragraph, but the border will be around each line of the paragraph. But when you say paragraph, it will only affect the paragraph. So let's select how we want it to be. Can you see that? So this one point that I'm using. So let's see how it's going to look. Can you see that? So this is a border for this paragraph. I hope you get what I'm saying. So that's the way it works. So I'm going to undo again. So let me select 2 paragraphs and let's see what we're going to have. Page border. We want to go to borders. And we're selecting this. We're selecting color to be any color of your choice. You can make it automatic too, depending on what you want to achieve. So let's select the thicker color this time around. And we want it to be applied to paragraph. So let's see the result. Sorry. So let's see the result because we have not chosen it yet. So we're supposed to choose that. Now look at something here. Now you have this there because you have 2 paragraphs now. So 2 paragraphs are involved. So it's telling you, do you want a demarcation between the 2 paragraphs so that it will be clear? Because if you look at this, I selected 2 paragraphs. So let's look at it now. Can you see how it's coming out? Let's go back to page border, to borders. So if I don't want the center one, I can remove it and look at how it's going to come out. So you can play around. You can select as many paragraphs as you want and modify this border. Do you understand that? You can change the color if you don't want it to, whatever. Look at it now. Look at what you have. So this is the way it's going to look. Can you see that? So play around all these things and see how they look. Okay? So I'm going to undo it. So let's go back to page borders again. I also want to show you, what we used the other time is box. Can use box. That's what we used the other time. Let's see shadow. How does it look? We have chosen this. You can choose any style depending on your whatever you desire. Do you understand that? Just play around all these things, and see how you want it. So let's say the color I want is this, and I want the width to be a bit thicker. Look at how it's going to come out. So what do I want it to affect, paragraph or text? I want it to affect paragraph. So let's choose OK, and let's see how it's going to come out. Can you see it now? Can also go back to change it to, sorry, we're on borders. Do you understand that borders applies to what was it called now? The paragraphs and the text. While page border, applies to the entire document. So you need to understand that. Okay. So let's move on. So look at shadow. Let's use something, thick now for you to see the shadow very well. So let's use this. We're still applying it to paragraph. So look at it. So you can just play around it, making choices that you want and all that. So I'm going to undo it because I still want us to see one more. Now look at 3D. You also have 3D there for you to choose. Oh, sorry, I was supposed to be in bold. on border first. Look at the 3D. Okay, so you can choose any of these and select this. So let's see 3D. Look at the 3D. This is how it's going to appear. So this is 3D. So let's undo. Now I want us to see the last one, which is shading. So let's check shading now. Now you've got to select the color you want. Do you understand? So look at the fill. What color do you want to fill it with? So I want this color. No, I want something like this. Okay. Now what pattern do I want? I am the one to select that. If it says solid, it will be dark. Can you see that? So you can play around the percentages and see the output. Do you understand that? But if you want the exact color here to come out, you say clear. Do you understand? So that's the way it is. Okay. So what do you want to apply it to? Text or paragraph? It's your choice. If you say text, let's see text first of all. Look at it. It's going to apply it to each line of the paragraphs. Do you understand that? So let's go back to page borders and let's go to shading tab. I'm still going to select that color. I think I like the color. Then I'm going to apply it to paragraph this time around. Look at the difference. Do you understand that? So that's how it works. So you can as well select the two paragraphs and still add border to it. So let's go to border, not page border. Now page border is here already. So let's now add box to it. Okay, and maybe I want a blue color. I can choose that. Then I say okay. I'm still applying to a paragraph. Look at it now. So you can also remove your border if you don't want it again. Let's say page border, the one that is here, you don't want it again. How do you remove it? You come to your page border tab, then you come to none, then select OK, and it's going to go. Let's say you don't want this again also. You can go back to your page borders. Then what do? You go to borders, then you select none. Okay, none. Then you say OK. Then let's say you don't want the shading again. You go to page borders, you go to shading, then you come here and select white or no color here. No color. Select no color. No color is the right choice to make. So no color, then you say OK. So it's going to remove that. And now let's say you don't want the page color also. Again, you come down and select no color and everything is going to go. So I want to believe you've learned something here, and this is where I'm going to put a stop to this. So see you in the next video. Thank you.